Devil showed up, had some complaints. Love this here. He wants to be reconnected, right? I said, bro, if I show up, it wasn't coincidence. Preface it a little bit. Tell them about yourself. What tours have you been on? Oh my gosh. No, no, no. I understand my angels are saying, Jesus, you do not have to do this. I am. Now, military in your experience is different than military in my experience. In person, you mean, is what I'm assuming. Tucson, I was in Restrepo. Now, if you think that's stolen valor, that's what you think. Got sent to the hospital. Who was I tangling with at that time? Fuck, man. All of Tucson? Got cornered. It was kind of. I really loved those Converse shoes I had, but this dude didn't have any. I wouldn't do that again. After that, I couldn't replace them. I tried when I was in White City. God had got me out of Tucson, and it was you never know how the help's gonna come. Sometimes it's here's $200 and move, Amtrak, go now, and you're packing a duffel bag and you're out, and then he gives you time to kind of recuperate, rest, and get yourself repaired up. And we're kind of enticing Mary into a meeting. It was an ambush situation. It was like draw her in, draw her in, draw her in, but she's the one that's been attacking you. Because the entire time I couldn't understand why I kept getting attacked. And then I was like, all right, well, I made a video here and this is what happened. So I was strategic with what I was doing so I could understand what was actually happening. And I was used to going to the hospital sometimes. Sometimes that was the only place you could sleep when it was cold. And God be like, yo, sleep here for like 3-4 hours. Get back up and we're gonna go do this. A lot of it, training. If you don't get to that person before the enemy does, that person dies. So it was timing the sheep and learning at a whole different level of spiritual warfare. Like it's like this. So the only person that gets a tattoo is because God authorizes it. Otherwise, you don't get that tattoo. We had designed this, and I was praying about it, and I was saying, well, I want them to have prison tats, but of valor, like the exact opposite of prison tats. Like you would know them by their tattoos. Like you would actually. But then everybody has tattoos now. So I was just like, alright, well, what's actually the purpose and why? And it was because you women get fooled. That was the entire point. To me, the argument was stupid. I already told you. Well, then we're going to do this. But now I'm building more and more and more. Everybody's pretty pissed off at Mary. They really want to beat her ass on this. But what's done is done. For her boyfriends and all that, I think, yeah.
Hey, thanks for your service. Yeah, it's too bad about this weather. Yeah, have you been to the USO here? I think they have some services for soldiers there.
I'm trying to stay put.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk getting bumped.
Yeah. These great videos on the internet called Stolen Valor videos. Have you seen those? You should Google them because there are these people and they have the most audacity you can imagine. They're wearing the uniform, pretending to be soldiers, looking people in the face, telling them they served. It's just unreal. It's unreal. You should look it up though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because real veterans can see when people are lying.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Who's that combat patch from? That's not a combat patch, actually. That's a unit affiliation patch, yeah. Okay. So your combat patch is going to be the one on your right shoulder.
Right.
Under the American flag, so I'm not going to tear you apart here in front of all these people.
Just to see my ID?
Yeah.
Right there.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Hey, thanks for your service.
Okay.
Yeah. It's too bad about this weather.
Oh, no.
Yeah, have you been to the USO here? I think they have some services for soldiers there.
Next. We already got that one. Already got that one. Already got that one. Already got that one. The one. I love the other one. No, we already did that. Did we already do that? Yeah, we already did that. All right. It's como que está
Yes.
boots, well, boots are here or there, but the uniform's unknown. It's in trackless condition. He's got his shoulder flashing alongside. He's got the incorrect beret on. It's ill-fitting. Any of the members of the Commander Regiment wear a really dark green beret, same as the Royal Australian Regiments. And the beret is like molting. It's like we found it at disposal store or something. It's incorrectly fitted. What they normally do is they wear the beret as small as they can. So, mate, how are you? Good, thanks, mate. My name is Senior Constable Murdoch. I'm from
Right, eh?
Rapid Action Patrol Group, based here on the Gold Coast. But I am also a sergeant in the Royal Australian Army, okay? I hold the rank of sergeant at 511 Field Battery. Do you have your military ID on
I
you?
don't actually at the moment.
You don't?
No, because all I've got is my veterans, like just veteran affairs. Because I'm actually I'm discharging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in the service for?
I was a clearance officer in the Navy to begin with,
Yeah.
and then I did selection for the Commando Regiment,
Yeah.
and then but as I said, I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. And how long were you in the Army for?
Like I was a clearance officer in the Navy for 7 years, and then with the Army for just only 12 months, 13 months. Yeah, and I've just come out of Paducah, and I've come up here, and yeah.
Well, I say, have you done your selection for Commander?
Yeah, I've done selection, yeah.
Yeah.
And let me explain how my day went. Oh my gosh, so much. We discussed so much. What I'm supposed to do, make sure I'm where I'm at, because that's where God wants me to be. We already prepared it the night before, so then when I woke up in the morning, it would be right there. Who I was supposed to help, who I was supposed to be thinking about. She's funny because she thinks, yes, there you go. He's convicted. He doesn't ever go outside and do anything. I'm just telling my story. They will judge it how they judge it. So, you never know. You don't. I mean, it's a moment by moment confrontation if it is. Prepare. A lot. Prepare. And then if I show up in front of you in another vessel, then you'll know it. But the confusion comes from you. So that's why heaven's kind of wanting you eliminated. You're in a lot of trouble. Because if you don't get kicked out, everyone suffers. And we went over some things.
See, ladies, a hard opponent.
I think this guy needed furniture while you're on break, right?
Yeah, I'm on lunch.
Dude. Hey, this guy I was telling you about. This guy's also in the army, bro.
I was 11 Bravo.
You were stationed at?
I was in Iraq since 2011 now. I'm back now. You were in Iraq for 5 years?
That's some shit, dude.
What unit? I don't like talking about it.
He was a sniper for fucking 11 Bravo. He was a ranger.
I gotta go.
You had a bounce?
Yeah.
You want lunch? Come chill.
Chill. I got so much stuff on mine.
I was thinking about doing it, but I know you gotta fill out like an ID-10T form. That didn't take you long to fill, right? It's just 11 Bravo. You don't start off with Rangers. You fill that ID-10 form? You fill that ID-10 form?
D214.
How long is it gonna take? You look like the type of guy to lose keys to the Humvee. What was your unit's protocol for losing keys to the Humvee? Nobody's lost keys? That's a fucking Ranger unit right there. Nobody losing keys to the Humvee.
Not anybody I knew, anyway. But, you know, it could happen. You always have that one dickhead. You always have that one dickhead. You always have that one dickhead. Sometimes.
You're in Ranger Bat? You're a Bat baby?
Mhm.
What? Were you at Savannah? Joint Base Lewis McCord? Where were you at? Were you at Joint Base Lewis McCord or Savannah?
Of course, yeah.
So you were third back then?
Oh, just mess with
Where's
them.
Jesse then? Yeah.
Seriously, will you just humor them? Like I give a fuck about. Would you just? Lackland Air Force Base. 330. What was it? 322nd, Mother Russia. Biloxi, Keesler. 333rd, Mud Ducks. From there, Los Angeles Air Station. Got sent back to Keesler. They were going through what was it? A part where the civilians took over. Government contractors like GS-13s and things like that. Humor them, please. You guys' discernment's not really sticking too well. A real veteran, yeah. It wasn't called MOS, it was AFSC. 3C031. Before the auto den with the KG 31s and then crypto. Top secret clearance. Next to Space and Missile Systems, SMC. 61 CS / SCBN. Um, there were two types of different veterans. When I got out, and then there's ones that use the term veteran, but they haven't actually done shit. The ones that went in there and, well, I got discharged. I didn't really. Once you sit down with them, and then there's the ones that aren't playing the role of being wounded. They're just who they are. They did what they were supposed to do. It's gonna come from a Christian mindset. That's the only thing that's gonna ever heal you. I never felt paranoid. I didn't. The adjustment wasn't something that could be taught in therapy or anything like that. No, I took the steps in White City. You're a wounded, traumatized veteran. I saw combat. More combat than you could ever imagine. Not like you think. But it was war, man. So it didn't become anything like I was afraid. I learned to, is this an irrational fear? Is this likely to happen? Probably not, right? And people will say you never saw combat. Bruh, you've never seen combat. You don't even know what a fiery dart is or what it can do to your thoughts and how long you stay outside and when it penetrates. You don't know shit. You think you do. And that's why you're in the position you're in. I already got out, started building a life, and everything was fine. Then I got married. So we're all in this mess together because God wanted to create the kingdom marriage thing, and I'm all about it. Like, we created that together. So shut the fuck up. When your marriage gets torn apart and you see what happens when the devil goes into somebody right next to you and you don't even know what happened, you can't even discern it, you're barely waking up. There were going to be penalties for traitors, and there were going to be rewards for the real ones. And we were going to call you out. And we were going to hunt you down and let you know who's a real one, who isn't. And I said that too. I was like, it's biblical. It's so scriptural. But I'm not going to take the time to point it out to you because I'm not in that mood right now. If you can't tell the difference, then you're on the other side. So if you're in confusion, it's a day-by-day thing, bro. Don't like confusion. How about that? So then Warner Robins with the AWAC, yeah, Combat Communications. So I mean, the way heaven is looking at it, it's kind of like you lukewarm Christians, especially you men, some of you women, really kind of what? You wanted to go to church and start hunting women, pretending to be men of God. Get yourself all nice, clothed up, walk in. I love Jesus. Oh my gosh, I've been praying for a man that loves God. Ah, okay. Not understanding that their guards are up, but then they're, wait, something doesn't. And then you guys do your dating rituals, which is pretty much courtship, which is how it's supposed to be. If it's a real, actual meeting that I brought you two together for. Well, he's a man of God. I don't know him. And I already told you no. So what are you doing? So then we got in this huge mess because I was going with Mary, of course. And I was like, all right, well, is she the one, or am I just walking with people so that I can trace their footsteps to be able to preach to them, or what am I doing here? Sometimes it's kill, destroy, make me sound like the devil, of course, but I'm not afraid. Everything is mine. I can't steal. You're stealing from me. And you guys keep forgetting that, and I keep kind of, what's the word? Placating? No, I would say, being nice about it. So then when we catch you, we're going to catch you. You will be prosecuted for it. Like, I've decided that you're not allowed to impersonate a Christian anymore. You lukewarm Christians have caused too much damage. So if you're not real, then we're going to be at the top. That's that.